Good evening, folks. I trust you're all keeping well. This is the Sunday evening lockdown session. My special guest this evening is Mr. Rio Kai. How you doing, Rio?
Yep, I'm doing very well. Thank you, Ron. How are you doing?
I'm good. Could be better, but the current situation, this is good enough. So I'm alive, I'm
Good.
breathing, which is always a good sign.
Mm.
Now, we've known each other for some time.
Do you know what? I think I remember the first time I met you, actually.
Uh-oh, this can't be good.
It was at the Jazz Cafe, wasn't it?
Ah,
I was doing a gig with Vidal Montgomery,
that's
and
right.
I think
Yes,
he was
yes,
there
yes.
taking pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's the first time I
Wow,
met you.
how long ago? That
That would have
was,
been, God, that would have
that's
been,
about 6, 7 years ago now, if not
yeah,
longer.
it might even be eight, actually, because I'm not sure if I was playing double bass back then.
What were you doing then? I know you were there.
I was playing electric.
That's it, electric, but four string.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, yeah, 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 yeah. That's right. Wow, you got a good memory. I was going to ask you that
it
question because
literally just came to me now, I have to
I'm
say.
thinking, where did I meet this guy? And that's a long, long time ago. So I can just about remember what I did this morning, let alone that long ago. So there you go. Oh, wonderful. And that, I remember that now as a very good night. Yes, very good night. I got a
Was
parking
it?
ticket as well. I remember that. Can't forget it.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, one of those days. One of those days.
Mm.
But you play double bass and electric bass now.
I do, yes. Yeah, I actually started on electric in 2010, and then I switched. Well, I also started playing double bass in 2013.
2013.
Yeah, indeed.
Well, I must say you sound like a very seasoned player, sir.
That's kind of you to say. Yeah, I have to say, I was very fortunate in that I had a lot of opportunities to play,
Hmm.
and a lot of very proficient musicians to kind of seek advice from, and yeah, it did go a long way.
Wow. No, that's a wow. But you know what? Every time I see you play, it's an inspiration. So every time I come home, I pick up my bass and I think, right, what did he do? What did he do? What did he do? And then the last one I saw was Toulouse Lautrec with Bennett McLean.
Oh yes, yeah.
That was top class as always because Bennett is a serious violin player. When I
Mm,
saw what's his name, Tracy on drums,
yeah.
who
Clark
was on
Tracy.
sax?
Well, I think it was Duncan Eagles.
That's it,
Was he on
Duncan
that one?
Eagles. Yeah, that was serious. That was serious. And I thought, you know what?
Mm,
It's great to be in the company of top class musicians. That's what I call it. Because if you're
mm,
there to watch, you're going to enjoy, and you come away thinking, I'm going to give that a try. And that's exactly what I've been doing. So, yeah, it's worked for me.
indeed.
But yeah,
Yeah, I do remember that gig. I very much enjoyed playing with Bennett. Like he's just a mesmerizing musician, to be honest. And
yes,
like his
very much
musicianship
so.
is just top notch. And he's a lovely guy as well.
Yeah,
So
I saw
yeah,
him
he's
playing
winning on
at
all fronts there.
yeah, I saw him playing at Pizza Express with Manuela Panizo,
All right.
and he played a solo part, which literally you could hear a pin drop in the, and now that place is quite noisy anyway. Even the waiters stopped walking when he started playing, and I thought, wow, this guy, I've got to talk to this guy. And ever since then, that's about 5 years ago now,
Okay.
and we've been friends ever since. But it's just great to see someone like him just let rip on that violin. It's great. It's wonderful. So,
Mm.
right now then, you've been playing double bass. You played for a number of people. You also did a jam session as well, didn't you? Or a few.
Yes, yeah, that's right. So I started a jam session with a few of my friends, Boris Latinov, a guitar player, and Jamie
Mm-hmm.
Murray, a drummer,
Yeah.
down at Grow. I think that started, hmm, I want to say 2016.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that was April 2016 we started that.
Yeah.
And
One of
yeah,
the
we used
first
to do
ones.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we used to do it every Wednesday. And it gained some momentum, which was
Mm-hmm.
nice. You know, a lot of players came down, became a little bit of a hub in Hackney Wick. Um, and then obviously lockdown happened, so everything kind of took a break. And then we came back doing Thursdays.
That's right.
Um, and towards the end of last year, we started doing Wednesdays and Thursdays as a showcase. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's been
Oh.
going for a while.
Now a lot of venues have what's the word, closed down for now. We're not sure if they're going to open it again because, of course, the situation is forever changing. But
Mm.
we all hope it all comes back because there'll be a lot of places to go to and do what you used to do. There's going to be restrictions in place, I could imagine, but not to worry.
Yeah,
Because the last one I saw you play at Grow, you were actually on the river.
that's right. Yeah. So
That was
they
weird, looking at you floating past. But yeah, it was kind of strange. But it's good. It was good. And
it's
that was
pretty
in the
funky.
open
Yeah,
air
they've
as
got a
well. It's
little
quite nice.
pontoon set up on the canal
That's right.
where
Yeah.
they've been doing
Yeah.
doing the performances.
Nice one. Now then, let's just get to your top five, sir.
Cool.
All right. Now, you've given me 5 songs.
Hmm.
For every guest I have, I always say, well, what would your 5 go-to songs be? Now,
Mm.
the first one you gave me was...
First tune I put down actually is a new artist that I've been listening to a lot lately. This is a tune called Optimus Prime, which is by an artist called Georgia Ann Muldrow, who also goes by the alias of GOT. But yeah, she's for me, she's just like such a refreshing artist. Like she's actually been around for a long time. She does like a lot of production stuff.
Oh, okay.
She used to have a record label. I'm not sure if she's still part of it now, but like she's worked with like Madlib, lots of top guys from the States. Yeah, and actually I think she was on one of Joe Almond Jones's records as a feature.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, she's an incredible artist.
Oh, nice one. Nice one. Now, track number 2. What was
Number
that one?
two,
Yeah.
number 2 is Untitled 5 by Kendrick Lamar, which is off of his Untitled Unmastered album. Yeah, what can I say about this? Yeah, the first time I heard this tune, straight away I was like, I really like this song, and I couldn't figure out why. Like it's it's got quite a dirty drum groove on it. It's like sidechain compression thing going on. And I listened to it a few more times, and then I realized that actually it's the same form as the jazz standard Nardis. And I was like, this is, like, especially this is a hip hop tune. So to have that link, like that very direct link to the jazz as well, yeah, it just really hit home for me. But yeah, it's an incredible tune and album, actually.
Oh, I shall dig that out later. Because all these songs
Yeah,
we're going to
it's
play
definitely a good
afterwards
listen.
anyway. Because it's going to be good to hear it the way that we play it. But it's all good. Now, the next one...
I think that tune's got Scissor on it as well, the singer.
Oh, different. Yet again, different. I like it with a twist. Always good. Now, what's song number 3, please?
Song number 3. What was my song number 3?
The one with Mono Neon on it.
Ah. Yes, Mono Neon. This is a tune called Everyone Ain't Here to Hurt You. And that's off of his most recent release, which is actually from this year. The album is called Banana Peel on Capitol Hill. And I stumbled across this tune in the funniest way because I follow him on Instagram, and he posts like all of these videos where he will take like a random clip of someone talking some crap, whatever, and he'll literally transcribe it, play it on the bass. And there was one he did of this this coronavirus video of like this drunk old guy in the States. He's like, I got the virus, coronavirus, and he's holding a bottle of Corona, and he turned it into he turned it into like a little groove thing. And actually he ended up using that groove as one of the tunes on his album. So I heard that and I was like, oh, this is hilarious. I've got to check out this whole album. And then I came across this Everyone Ain't Here to Hurt You tune, which is just grooves, it evokes a lot of like 80s Prince funk vibes. Yeah.
And that was tune number 4.
That was tune number 3.
Number 3. Sorry, 3. What's number 4?
You do this a lot, don't you?
It does get a little bewildering at times, but you know what? It's just one of those things. But it's nice to talk about something other than this virus thing, because everybody's on and on. It's like, you know what? We know it's here. We know it does damage. The best thing you can do is keep yourself to yourself, do the basics, the mask and the protection, do all of that. But what else is there in life at the moment? Well, there's always music. So there's music, we can survive. So yeah, that's how I look at it.
Mm.
Now, the next one, sir.
So number four is a tune called Candy, which isn't the cameo tune. This is a tune
Oh,
by a Japanese artist actually called Momo Curly, who I
oh.
totally stumbled across by accident. I think I was just browsing on YouTube, and it came up as like a recommended video. And
Mm,
yeah, it's a really interesting concept because it's a duo. So she plays keys and bass synth and sings, and
mm.
then there's a guitarist who does like backing vocals and guitar.
Oh, okay.
And they have like some drum production. I don't know if either of them actually play drums, but there is some quite live sounding drums on some of the tunes.
Oh,
And it's the thing that jumped out to me about this particular artist is that it kind of felt like, do you know Moonchild?
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sort of neo soul group. It was that
Yeah, that's
kind
right.
of
Yeah.
vibe, but like, with a little bit of a Japanese twist. So I was like, this
Mm.
is super interesting.
Well, some of the Japanese stuff is very, what's the word? Funky.
Mm.
If you haven't heard them, I suggest whoever's listening, have a listen. And you'll be quite surprised at how they do funk. Because they also do reggae and dub.
Mm. I know they're massive on reggae. Yeah.
Oh, mate, listen. You honestly would have thought everything's over there the way that the way that they got sound systems and everything dedicated
Mm.
to just that. But it's nice,
But
great
it's
how they
funny
do
how
it.
they kind of homogenize different cultures within their own community because
Yep,
actually like they've got grime scene over there, like Japanese grime.
I've heard about that. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I have heard about it.
It's super interesting. Like it's definitely worth checking out, especially because Japanese is such a phonetic language that it does
Yes.
translate quite well in terms of like flow and stuff. So
Mm.
yeah, it's interesting.
Wow, different. But there you go. Now, what's the last one, sir?
The last tune, I couldn't leave my guy off the list, so I put Lava Lamp by Thundercat on there, which is off of the Drunk album. I can't even remember when that came out. Was that like 2018?
2018, I think that was.
2018, I think it was.
2018,
Yeah.
late 2018, as I recall.
Yeah.
Because I remember the first time I saw him, I was watching, what do you call it, a Tiny Desk concert.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I saw this guy and I thought, man, I've heard that song somewhere before, but I didn't pay any mind. And then saw him live playing. And I thought, hang on a minute. Oh, this is the guy.
Yeah.
Turns out him and Stanley Clark are very, very close friends.
Oh, really? I actually didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There was he did when they have the bass players have a chat, Stanley Clark has certain people on there.
Mm.
And I think Stanley Clark taught him a few things many moons ago, which started him on his journey in music. And he's literally grown and grown and grown. And I'm
Mm.
thinking, wow, it's weird how this happens. That someone like Stanley Clark, who is total opposite of all the music that Thundercat plays,
Yeah.
but it's all there. It's all started from there. But yeah, it's
Mm.
great to see that. Great to see.
That is
Always good to
interesting.
catch up with people who do so. But there you go. Oh,
Mm.
now then, that's all your music done. Where can we find you? And do you teach?
Where can you find me? So on the internets, you can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is Kai_creative. You can also follow Seed Ensemble and Naria Music, which are two of the main bands that I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and actually, I do teach a bit. I teach electric bass, I teach double bass, and I give like beginner piano lessons. So yeah, you
Ah,
can hit me
good. So
up
we will
on the
talk. We will
socials.
talk. We will talk.
Indeed,
One needs to
indeed.
exercise one's fingers now that one is here a lot. Not going out much, but it's always good when you can do these things. Now,
I have to
before you.
say, actually, in the first lockdown, I spent a lot of time practicing piano because before,
Really?
I've kind of been on and off with piano for a few years. But
Ah,
yeah, I kind of just really sat with it. That was one of the things that really helped me through the first lockdown.
wow. Okay. Well, I finally got my keyboards and I thought, let's have a try at this. So I know where middle C is now. I'm quite proficient with that. So yeah, I'm ready to take the next step, as it were.
Mm.
That's good. But it's always good catching up with you, sir. Even though we haven't seen each other physically since summer last year, wasn't it? That's the last time I think I saw you.
I suppose,
I
was there
thought,
one time Yeah, no, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah, I think it
it
was
was.
summer last year. Yeah, I'll never
Yeah.
forget when I because that's the last time I went out. But there you go. But yeah, so it's kind of difficult to remember. Where were you when you saw him? Probably Grow because that's where I normally see you anyway.
Mm,
But the jam session was
yeah.
quite good, so I quite like that. But yeah, it's all
Yeah,
good.
hopefully we can get that cracking again soon.
I
Yeah.
hope so. I really hope so because it would be nice to go back out. But obviously, things it's going to be done, but it's going to be very, very different. I can imagine.
Mm.
But
Actually, one interesting thing with Grow is that
hmm.
so we've actually officially formed a band now. So we go
Oh,
by the name of Stratos.
oh,
And yeah, we've been doing a whole bunch of originals now. Like we've written a bunch of tunes. We actually have a live stream gig on the 11th.
where?
Um, the venue, we're actually doing it in a venue in Watford, but oh gosh, what's the name of the sponsor? But it's also featuring Johnny Liebeck, who's like a piano player. He's got an album
Oh,
out
right,
called
okay.
Mellow Mind. Sorry.
Hmm.
You know what? I'm just gonna double check what this
Yeah, sure, sure. Yeah,
details for this
this would be
thing.
good.
Sorry, this is
It's going to
so
be streamed, I
unprofessional.
should
Like
imagine.
pulling out the old techers in
Oh,
middle of an interview. Um, where's it gone?
we like to give you up to date news, people. Oh yeah.
Right. So yeah, it's Q Platform Entertainment are hosting this live stream gig, and we're doing one set of 45 minutes,
Hmm.
and you can find tickets on Eventbrite. I'll share the link on my Instagram as well. So if
Yeah. Well,
anyone's
when you do that,
interested,
I'll do it on mine as well. Yeah.
cool.
Oh,
And I
nice
will
one.
say the tickets are super cheap, so don't feel like cost will be a barrier to entry. So yeah.
Good. Well, if that's the case, I'll have one, please. Thank you. I would come and take some pictures, but we can't do that anymore. So,
I mean, you could take a picture of you watching it on your laptop if you want.
that is. I can. I'll figure something out. I'll get a live feed in there. I'll get a stream in there somehow. Don't worry about that.
Mm,
With all this
that'll be
technology, I
wicked.
think I can do something. Oh yes. Now, before you go, is there anyone you want to say hello to?
Oh gosh, I didn't think about that.
Ah, that's the one that always trips you up. Yes.
Yeah, you definitely got me there. Well, I would like to give a big shout out to the musicians from Naria and Seed Ensemble. Massive love to all of you guys. Hopefully, we're going to have some stuff happening this year, so stay tuned with that. I also just want to give a shout out to the musicians on the jazz scene in London because it's been really turbulent times. Obviously, we've
Hmm.
not been able to go out and play in the fashion that we used to, and I know a lot of people have been finding it hard. I've been finding it hard to navigate that. So I kind of just want to give a big shout out to everyone. Like Alan Weeks, the guys from the 8 Bar Dalston, also the guys from the Dalston Jazz Bar.
Oh
Big
yeah.
shout out to y'all. Yeah, much love, much love.
Well, Rio, as always, sir, it's been a great pleasure having you here.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks for bringing me on.
All the best for the gig coming up soon, but I shall be sharing the details on my page and
Mm.
pushing it through all of my media as well. So anybody who wants to go can get tickets from Eventbrite.
Yep, and that's Q Platform Entertainment that's hosting that. So
I shall be hunting for that as after this. Don't worry. But Rio, thank you very much for your time, sir. I
yeah,
hope
always
all
a
goes
pleasure.
well. Look after yourself and stay safe.
Yep, touch base, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Nice one.